what inspired life. Life. You realize that it's not just one straight story. There are stories within the story. The Tavia's own journey is another story by itself. A pastor who falls into trouble, is disgraced, and then what happens? In society, we tend to be very judgmental, and we will crack the whip very hard, and yet we never try to find out what happened to this person. And sometimes the harshness with which we treat people comes back to haunt us, because one way or the other, they will have to find a way of surviving. And then we may have to pay the price for their survival. The journey of Mama Gifty is another story by itself. It speaks to the tendency of men to be a bit intimidated by the progress of their wives, by the independence of their wives, by the freedom of their wives. I think it is one of the most unfortunate things in life, because a woman who is independent makes a better wife, makes a better spouse. She's happier, she's more fulfilled. So she doesn't depend on you too much for her emotional fulfillment, because she has a life of her own. And yet men struggle with that. Men struggle with that. We would like to cripple all the women and make them beholden to us and dependent upon us. I don't think that is the way it ought to be. The journey of Reverend Elisha is another journey altogether. A pastor who says well is rising to the top, and yet he's a human being. Again, it is unfortunate that our men of God don't want us to understand, don't want us to remember that they are men first before men of God. They want us to believe that it is communion wine that runs through their veins. But it is not. They are moved by the same thing that move you and I. The kind of legs you will take another look at, they will look some and then do prayers and then do tongues on top of that. But they will take another look at that. So I think it is time for us to be real, for our men of God to be real, so that we will know they are no different from us. That if they are living above a certain level, standard, up to a certain standard, it is only because of the grace God has given to them, not because inherently they are different from us.